The Messi shoulder drop is one of the reasons why Lionel Messi is such a good dribbler. For this video, a shoulder drop, a jab step, fake and take, feint, body feint, and body fake may be used interchangeably, and they are all the same thing. First, to make it simple, it is basically pretending to push the ball in one direction, missing it intentionally, and then pushing the ball out in the other direction. Some may argue that Lionel Messi is the best soccer player in the world. However, there's not much of an argument when someone says that he's the best dribbler in the world. When you watch him play, it doesn't look like he's using a bunch of skills because he makes it seem so effortless. Upon further inspection, you'll actually see when watching him play that he's using the most efficient skills, one of which is that body feint, also known as a shoulder drop. Using the most efficient skills allows him to score more goals, tally more assists, and play a lot quicker than a lot of other players using different skills to help his team win as many games as possible. Therefore, let's discuss how to do a shoulder drop as well as Lionel Messi. Tip number 1, have the ball start outside your shoulder. And could you give this video a like? This can be done in one of two ways. With your last touch before doing the skill, push the ball slightly outside your shoulder. Otherwise, after that last touch, adjust your body slightly so that now the ball is outside of your shoulder when you go to do that shoulder drop. Ideally, when doing a left-footed shoulder drop, you want to be dribbling with that left foot, and same thing when you're doing a right-footed shoulder drop, you want that ball to be on your right side. Tip number 2, turn your toe down and in when stepping towards the ball. Turning your toe down and in to make it look like you will push/dribble the ball, but then miss it at the last second. Notice how I'm turning my foot and leg to make it look like I'm really going to push the ball. Just stepping by the ball without turning your foot is not believable. Tip number 3, turn your body and drop your shoulders. This makes it more believable because most defenders are taught not only to watch the ball, but also watch the player's hips as they're doing a skill. Therefore, make sure that your hips are misleading the defender into thinking that you're really going in one direction when you plan on going in the opposite direction. Tip number 4, explode after the shoulder drop. Exploding after the skill is what really creates the space, time, and what beats the defender. Imagine I'm the defender and you're performing this skill. The skill itself only makes it so that I, the defender, take one step in the wrong direction and put too much weight on the wrong leg. Your explosive push after the skill is what really beats that defender. A skill is only supposed to buy you about this much time versus the explosion after the skill is going to buy you about 3 times as much time. So stick around for some pro tips that'll help you with that Messi body feint. Also, something that I struggled with for years was thinking that I had to be completely past the defender in order to feel like that I beat them. When in reality, all you need is about 8 inches to get a shot off on net or a pass to a teammate off. By the way, I'm Dylan Joseph, trainer and #1 best-selling Amazon author. When doing a body feint, avoid having that ball directly in front of you because it makes it harder for you to turn your shoulders and mislead the defender when you take that step. So avoid just stepping by the ball without actually turning your foot and making it look like you're actually going to push it. And avoid doing the skill too close to the defender. To practice this, place 2 cones on the ground and use this skill until you're comfortable grabbing a friend or teammate to practice on. Pro tip number 1, the shoulder drop is better than the scissors. Both of these skills are used in the same situation, but because a scissor involves an extra step, that means it's going to take extra time. There's a good reason why you never really see Messi use the scissor, because it is not as efficient of a skill as the shoulder drop. Pro tip number 2, start this skill 1.5 yards to 2.5 yards from the defender. Doing it too close means that even if they don't kick the ball away, there's a good chance that they're gonna kick you. Also, this doesn't leave you any room for error. Furthermore, starting it too close means you have to take an additional touch, which takes time, as you see here. Starting a couple of yards away means that you can push past them in one less touch, which means you save more time and increase the chance you're successful with this skill, as you see here. Pro tip number 3, use this skill when the defender is backpedaling, also known as jockeying, in front of you. Do not use this skill when the defender reaches in to steal the ball, and subscribe.